Hello and good afternoon, everyone. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon on Sunday, June 9th, which would have been my dad's birthday. Anyway, this is part of my O-scale subway layout, budding subway layout at the very beginning of it. I wanted to make a Y switch to come so that you could store trains on a tail track leading from this Y over here, from these two switches here and here, that come in from the terminal into a tail track that continue on from here. Well, the thing is, though, the Y switch that I had would not line up with the two tracks coming in from these number 4 switches. The templates are from hand-laid track fast tracks. Most of you guys know it. This is an O-scale 2 rail, all right? The Y switch would not line up with these two leads here. So what I did was I simply took a ladder, this particular ladder, a guy named Gregory Rapp, who I know, turned me onto this because this ladder is actually 1¼ inches wide exactly, which is the spacing between the rails in OW5 O-scale track. Anyway, what I did was I took it and laid it out along the track line there. You can see it, okay, sitting between the rails, and drew it in and drew lines, all right, from each way, and this way too, okay. And you can see, laid it out. And the apex here is where my fog would be. All right, so what I did was I went ahead and put, let me get this done over here. All right. Here is one of the number 4 switches. It's gonna continue over there. That gets put there, that gets put there. So, I made a fog. Okay, here's the other number 4 switch. Goes into place here, lines up here. Now, mind you, these are not tacked down, these are not in place yet or anything. It still has some more adjustments. And as you can see, all I have to do is make a little bit of adjustment here on the fog here. Okay. And this is one of my outside rails here, my stock rails. Okay, going in over here. I'm actually going to push this up over here a bit. And another stock rail over here. So now I have the beginnings of a Y switch in OW5 O-scale 2 rail. And all I have to do now is using these brass rail gauges I have, along with this one, and this here, along with my NMRA standards gauge, to go ahead and as I put the rails and this switch together, and then I get to go ahead and line everything up. I'm going to make some gaps because for signaling purposes, when the trains travel over the switch, and I want them to show on the signal board that it's going from one switch to the other, to indicate which section of track it's over, much like it's going to do on the rest of the layout. So there you have it. The only thing I used was that paper that I drew on. That's it, to make the switch. No jig, no template, okay? That's what was used to make this fog here, okay? I don't even know what number this thing is. So, but the points themselves, the points of the fogs were done in a fast tracks point jig, okay? So that I did do, all right? So the next thing up is to go ahead and, like I said, is to put the switch together and gauge everything as I'm assembling it. You know, gauge for the leads and a gauge for the points, and then drill a hole for the motor, the tortoise switch motor. The tortoise switch motors, I found out, have a connection where you can actually use have them running to signals to, to indicate which way the switch is pointing, and also if the track is clear or not. Green, yellow, red aspect. So anyway, this is just the first time I've ever done this. The first time I ever built a switch from scratch, free-handed, with no jig. First time ever. So I'll be bringing a part 2 as to when it's done with the guardrails. I have to make the guardrails that go on this side, and then start, spiking everything in and stuff and putting the ties out. Now the thing is, if you notice some of the ties on this switch, a little bit strange because These are set for an outside third rail. The ties are going to go in here for the same thing, as well as the Y switch are also going to be set up for an outside third rail on both sides. All right, until we get down there. Anyway, hope you guys are having a great weekend. Hope you're having fun enjoying the weather, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.